Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So, welcome to my Monday Live, where I go live on YouTube. If you are joining me through YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed just down below here and hit that bell, and you get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Or on my Facebook page, if you like my page, and follow me, you'll get notified as well. I don't do this in my Facebook group anymore, and that's due to the different limitations that StreamYard and Facebook has actually given to us. But it's always a workaround, and it's always good to go there. So, welcome. This is where I do a 3D project or a fun fold project, fun fold card. And today, because we're getting really close to when I start doing my 12 weeks of Christmas, which starts in October, make sure that you're signed up below. If you're already on my newsletter, don't worry about it. No, actually, sign up again and I will mark it, but you have to make sure that you go in because it's a two-step thing when you sign up. You got to confirm it because if you don't confirm it, you won't be able to get any emails from me. And that's all due to social media communication and that sort of stuff laws. Awesome. So if you're joining me live, you notice that this is my new time and this will be going forward because my year-long commitment with some training that I'm doing. Whew, I'm out of breath. And it's strange because I've had so much longer to get prep for this, but I did so much more before. Does that make any sense? Anyways, so I was still scrambling at the end. All right, you guys. So we are going to make a gift box. I'm going to show you a way that it's not a big gift box, but something that you could use for your gift giving. Hello, Lila and Dolores and Lena, Patsy from Texas, and Lorraine. Welcome. I really do appreciate you being on here. If you are watching on a replay, you don't like this, you can just scoot on by. But I do like talking with my different people as we go along. Sometimes I ask for input, sometimes I don't. But I'm excited about this because this is my 12 weeks of Christmas, one of my projects for that. And it's kind of neat. Now, I have, this is not my design. Trust me, it's not my design because I don't make boxes. I can make certain boxes, but no, I leave that to the ones that have an engineering mind. Anyways, this is from Angie Judah anyways. So let's go on down to my desktop. This was something that I had actually printed off years and years and years ago. Years and years. Wow, almost 5 years ago. And it was something that I really wanted to do. So I am going to go ahead and use this Regal Distressed Pattern specialty paper. And this comes in a pack. You get two of each one of these designs. It's only one-sided. So you get the white with the gold. Really, really pretty. This one is Cherry Cobbler with the gold, and it's really distressed. You can see where they're missing pieces in there. And then, of course, this one with Pretty Peacock. I was tempted, but I thought, no, I'm going to stick and I'm going to do it to Christmas. So there we go. So I'm going to use this Cherry Cobbler one there. Now, what we're doing is it's a triangle box. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to show you how I put it all together. So you are going to need a piece of cardstock. Now, because I'm using this distressed gold, I'm going to go ahead and use the Cherry Cobbler on there. And I've got a bunch of different dies cut out so I could turn around and change a bunch of those as well. All right, so this piece is going to be 9 3/4 by 8.5. So this box, it's quite a big box actually, and it does take quite a bit of it does take a full sheet of cardstock for there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to score this. So like I say, this is 9 3/4 by 8.5. Now on the long side, which is the 9 3/4 inch side, I'm going to come in and I am going to score this. Now I like using, when I'm going live, I like to use my trimmer to show you, but I find that the scoring blade just isn't enough for cardstock for making boxes. So I use my take your pick tool and I put in the stylus end, and I'm going to actually use this with the smaller stylus end. All right, so we're going to go in and we are going to score this at 2.5 inches. So like I say, I just use the scoring on my take your pick tool. And then we're going to go back at 5.5 inches. And we'll get the box done and then we'll decorate it. And then over at 8 inches. And then what we want to do is we want to turn that, and on the short side, we're going to score at 2 inches on both ends. Now, you might say, oh, why don't we just go 2 inches and 6.5 inches? It's really funny when you're making a box. Hello, Susan. When you're making a box, it is so important that, especially if you're doing it on one that's on a side, is that you turn it. It's much easier if you turn around and turn it. So we're scoring at 2 inches on both sides. So just like that. And then we've got a bit of cutting to do on this. You can see how big of a box this is. We're going to need this. Am I going to need this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember. All right, so I'm going to come in with my snips. Now, if you have sharp scissors that are bigger scissors, the better it is. However, you might find that, or you could cut this on your trimmer. Hello, Christina. All right. Oh, sunny Calgary. Well, it's nice and sunny here, but it was sure kind of cool this morning. I bet it was cool in Calgary too. Okay, so on the two that have the two closest together, I'm going to come in and I am going to cut both of these off just like this and cut up here on both sides. So on the 2-inch ones, on the one that has the two that are close together is where you want to trim that. Now, to me, this is just too big for like a table, what you could put on for the table. But I guess if you like those, instead of Christmas crackers and you want to go a little bit bigger, you could go bigger so you can at least get something of substance in there. So we're just going to go here and cut that. And then on this one, we're going to go in and we're going to cut that same piece off, or we're going to cut this piece off. It's kind of a shame that you've got these, but you can keep these and we could do things with this. So there. Hello, Carol. Oh, you're in Soyuz now. You're not up at Big White. I guess that's where you go during the summer. Is that right? And hello, Marie. All right. So just like that. So this is what we've taken off. So if you want to take a screenshot of that. Now, what we're going to do too is I'm going to come in with my ruler, and I'm coming in with a paper piece piercing mat. And I am going to go, oh, you know what? I wasn't very straight there. Let me just go in. This is where, if you have longer scissors, it's better. I just won't use my ribbon scissors, that's all. Okay, so then on here, what you're going to do, it's really crooked. You probably won't notice that. This is 3 inches in here. So half of the 3-inch mark is at 1.5. So I'm just going to put a little ticky there. And then we're going to come up to this side as well. And we're going to do the same over there at mark it at 1.5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this into a box that folds. I'm going to double check that. 1.5, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stylus, and this is the thin one. And we're just going to put a line from there down to this crease. And we need these to be good, to be scored, because we're actually going to use this as a fold line. And normally what I would do is I would decorate this box first. but it's fairly easy to decorate. So I'm not to decorate, but to add the designer series paper afterwards. So, but I want to show you when this is put together, how it all goes together before. Okay, so we're not cutting that. That is just basically just like this. So let's bring in our bone folder and let's score all of those. Just like this. Now, I've got quite a few actually already done for my 12 weeks of Christmas. A lot I will have already shown here. Some may not have videos with them, but I'm just going to attach these. Hello, M. Woods from the UK. All right, so it's just like this. And then what's going to happen is this box, remember I said this was a triangle box. This is going to go like this. And that's going to be the gift box. So you can see how big it is. Like it's 4.5 inches long. So it's quite big, right? Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to go and we want to put adhesive on here. Now we have two choices. We could use tear and tape or we could use glue. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to use the glue. And I'm just going to put that there and I'm going to let this set for just a second. This is a new glue, so I don't want it oozing all out. So this is the front of the box and then this is the flap that goes over top. So anybody else getting excited? Oh, there's still Halloween to come. And I was thinking, should I do a Halloween thing? And then I thought, no, I'm going to do Christmas. I have all my projects designed for my Ghouls Night or Ghouls Day. That's where it's on the 5th and 6th, 5th or 6th. And basically, that's where we're going to do a haunted house and 4 other treat holders. And yeah, and snacks and stuff. And yeah. I've got to go in today and just get some of my, finish up the snack stuff, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I should have probably, you know what, I have those little pieces here. Let me just sort of bring this over because I don't want it to ooze out. We're just going to do that. There we go. All right, so this is how we start putting it together. Yes, it's lots of fun. I've got 2 spots left if you live in Canada and live locally. I can do it distance. But yeah. Okay, then what happens is that this just comes down like this and there's our triangle box. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to just score this just a bit more. So just like so. There we go. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to decorate that. So I've gone ahead. And like I say, I've got a bunch of different things done here. I've got some ideas that we could do. So let's just go ahead and start decorating this. So I have cut 2 of these pieces here. And they are 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. And that one's going to go there. One's going to go onto the back, onto the front here. And then this one's going to go here. But I want to go ahead and I want to put on magnets. Now, if this is for a young person, I wouldn't use magnets. I would actually probably use Velcro. Now, I do have magnets. And they're the same ones that I always use. They're 1 millimeter. These magnets are very thin and they're strong. So Let me just get a couple of those off. Very thin. So thin. And they're quite big and they're going to hold it. Now, normally what I would do is I would cover it. And I don't know if it's going to be strong enough. And I will check it out in just a second. So what I want to do is I want to put a glue dot onto one side. And I'm going to actually put this one on the smaller base piece here. I am going to do it underneath the designer series paper. Okay, so let's come with our Take Your Pick. This is pretty easy. You're right. This is very, very easy. Hello, Judy. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's put that right onto there. And we're going to position this right about in the middle of this. Now, the best way, like I say, to put these magnets on is to do it this particular way. Now, this is going to go right over top, and that's going to hide that. And I'm thinking this, when you put this on, it's going to go like that. And I don't know, oops, that's not where I wanted to put it. You know what? Sorry about that. Let's go ahead. And this is going to go onto here. I'm going to try this because I really, really want this to be, I want this to be hidden, the magnets. So I think it'll work. So I just went and put the magnet on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this magnet on the back of this. And I'm going to then put a glue dot behind there. And this is hiding the magnet. So this would be okay for a child. However, I always say maybe just use Velcro dots. So that goes there. We put this down here, and that's going to attach to that. Just like that. And let's just double check before we do that if this is going to hold. So I'm just putting that on there. Let's see if that clicks down and holds it. There we go. It holds it. So we're good to finish decorating. All right, so let's go ahead and put this piece here. So like I say, this piece is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. Boy, that glue is really coming out of there. We're just going to put this right here. I know it looks a lot more difficult than it is, but what a great way to actually do this. Now, the person that I thought this was a great idea for is putting a bunch of these different boxes into a gift bag or into a gift basket. And what great thing is to have all these different things coming up, right? All right, so we're going to put this down here and this up here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I love making boxes. And this one couldn't get much easier. Now we have a bit of glue that's showing there because I didn't let it set. Remember what I always say about this is to come in with just a sponge and just rub it off. Don't know why it works, but it works. And then this is just going to go onto this piece right here. Now, there we go. And you know what? I didn't even see if this matched or not. Oops. And then we're just going to put that right there. So like I say, this will be something. So at this point, you could turn around and put something right in there. I would put some tissue in there. That just closes and that closes down like that. So we have our box just like that. think I got enough glue in there. Just going to come in and just put a bit more glue in there. And we're just going to let that set for a bit. Okay, so now what we want to do is decorate the front. So I had a few different options. This is from Spotlight on Nature. Oops, I don't want to press that down too much because that glue will come out. We'll just let that set for a bit. Ah, the girls are getting it. Of course they are. Okay, so this is the part that's going to come here. Let's just poke this out. My thought is this gold, right? So when this comes down here, it's going to come like so, and it's going to go like this. So I went and I also, I'll tell you what else I brought out and did cut. I've got the Peaceful Seasons, and also it's Golden Greenery. So let's see how this is going to work. I wanted to put just a tiny bit of, this is Mossy Meadow, and Cherry Cobbler go so well together, and some gold. So my thought is like this. My thought is kind of like this. And then out the side as well. I'm going to cut these. Like I say, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do that. Do I want that much on there? Maybe not. Maybe just this and maybe just a tiny bit of gold in there. So this is going to go like this. And this can come down further, right? We could actually have it where it's coming down. And that, because it's closing like that, we can trim that part off. So like that. Put this one down here. All right. Then I really, really wanted to put this Christmas, this is from the Peaceful Seasons. And what I did was I cut the words out, and I did it with the adhesive sheets, because it's so much easier to put this on there like that. The little dot is in there, so really easy. I'm actually going to show you how I do that to get the perfect placement. Hello, Marge. Okay, so all I did and just went like this, and then that just gets put down the way that it goes. So let's get this part done and put this Christmas on there. So I'm just going to take that adhesive sheet off the back. Sometimes this is the worst part, is getting this sheet off the back. So I'm not going to take it all off because it does tend to get distorted. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. Just like that. And then you just sort of squeeze it together. It's really good and it's sticky because it's sticking all to my hands there. So just like that. And then this is going to go across here, like so. And then I also have this part here that could do that Mary part. Or I even thought from that Season's Greenery, this part could go in there as well. And then some of this green in there. Okay, I think the best thing is just to turn around and just do it, right? So I'm going to come in with my Peaceful Seasons, and honestly, this is part of that mega bundle, and really, this is so worth it. It's just, to me, it's the best. So I'm going to come in with this Mary. let's put that on. Let's put, this is the banner that goes with it. And we're just going to go in with our Versamark, and we're just going to heat set that with gold. Now, the new embossing powders, the Wow embossing powders, are quite a bit more detailed. It's pretty high, but that's okay. Just come in with my gold. So I'm in the middle of this room being torn to pieces. I've got a class on Wednesday, so the dilemma is I have to quit doing this, and maybe I'll carry on after. And plus getting ready for my ghouls thing too. So, and paper shares, I finally got my paper and my product shares done. I've way more than what I've had in the past, so it took a little bit longer to do. So, oh, thanks, Leona. Taking a break from work. So just like that. And then we're going to put that on there. And then we can finish decorating. Okay, now I have to just make the decision, right? So this is going to go here. This will go across there. So, okay, let's go ahead and start putting this together. Grab my dimensionals. Well, like I say, when you're in the middle of doing all this stuff, things have really gone awry. But I tell you, sure found a lot of stuff. I'm going to donate some stuff to the Boys and Girls Club. I have so much stuff to donate. I don't think some of these drawers have been emptied for over 10 years. So it just shows you. Whoops, you know what? That's way too long. But I'm going to leave it with it protruding behind it so that it can go onto the box as well. So it's going to go Christmas here. Well, let's put it kind of on an angle. Let's put our Mary. We'll put that right there. All right. I received a card in a swap. Oh my goodness. I've got to do that fun fold for you. It's a bit of a slider card. It's really cool. Okay, so this is just going to go here. Now, this is going to go onto here. See, it just definitely needs some green on there, right? So we can go ahead and put some. You know what? This is way too long. So I'm just going to go and cut them. All right. Let's just pop those onto the back. Yeah, that's better. And then we could also put some gold behind there. Yep, that'll work. Just a bit of gold. We just want, gold is so rich, isn't it? So this is going to go on here like this. Okay, now where are we going to put the rest? And the other one. I could probably use some of those. Let's see how that looks. Well, that looks okay. All right, so then we're going to just put this on there. Now, I wasn't sure what embellishments to use because I wanted something that was going to be really gold. And the embellishments that go with that Purely Elegance one is a little too yellowy gold. I want a gold. Does that make sense? Gold. All right, so this is just going to go on here like this. All right, so let's go ahead. And you know what? And if I wanted to, I could turn around and put this onto the back so that that red is through there and covers up that other stuff. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Kind of a little messy on the back there. So now what I could do is I could line those up, or I could off-center them so that the red shows through. I think I'm going to just, it would really help if I had my glasses on. I lined them up, and I just wanted that so that it was finished on the back side. We're going to come in with our dimensionals. We're only going to put the dimensionals onto the top part, right? All right, and this is on a darker color, so I'm going to come in with my black dimensionals. And I know they're the small ones because you always have so many of those left, right? Just bear with me. I got glue all over my hands here. So there. There. All right. So that's going to go onto there like so. Now, another thing I do want to use is this beautiful cherry cobbler ribbon. Now I can either do it as a bow. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's so pretty to do a bow with this, and so easy to do bows. It's so pretty and so delicate. Whoops, bring my ribbon scissors here. Okay, excuse me. There we go. Whoops. All right. So then, is this just going to go on here or down here? You know what? I think we'll put it like there. So here we've got this just like this. There's that snap. It's going to snap down so it doesn't open. And then we have this ribbon. Is that too much? You know what? Why do I do this? You know what? It'll go there. It's quite fine. So just going to come in with my take your pick and get a glue dot off. Now this is a little bit more work, but like I say, I wouldn't be doing this for a bunch. There we go. So there's that. And now we're just going to put embellishments because you know what? It's decorating, right? I remember with my mom, we used to make all those bows. So to see those bows in the catalog brings back an awful lot of memories, that's for sure. All right, so I thought these blooming pearls would be perfect for this because see how gold they are. So I'm just going to come in. One there. One there. And another one here. Oh my goodness, that turned out better than what I thought it was going to. So there we go. Thank you. So, like I say, it's just going to open up like that. You're just going to put whatever you want to put in there. This holds quite a bit. So, and I didn't really even think, because to me, this was a gift. So I was going to put some gold tissue in there. And I usually always give, wow, the girls are now into Pandora or something like that, a small thing. You know what? Would even a gift, look at this. Oh my goodness. You could put a small thing in there with this gift card as well. You could put it in as a holder. Oh my goodness. There we go. So there's the box. I hope you like that. All right. So like I say, this is all part of my 12 weeks of Christmas. So if you are wanting to get the PDFs with all of this instructions with the measurements and everything else, make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter below. You have to say where you're from, unfortunately. That's just the way that it is. But it's part of a two-part thing. When you subscribe to a newsletter, then you have to go in and confirm your email. If you don't do that, you're not going to be getting emails from me, because it's all part of the legal ramifications that go along with it. So yeah, that turned out okay. I'm okay with that. All right, you guys. Remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. If you do live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. What else is there? Tomorrow we'll see you at 4:30 with my technique. And just to let you know, for Wednesday, I will not be doing my mystery challenge. I have 3 classes that day, so there's no way I can fit it in. And then we'll go from there. Thanks, Patsy. Thanks, Lila. Thank you so much, you guys, for all your kind comments. All right, you guys, remember to create, because it's great for the soul. See you tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific. Bye for now.